Pun bun. All right. Well, welcome to my world. Um, Now a smart player can blur that line if he's playing the system or if he's playing a player character. Let's check out Zalbrazoo. Zalbrazoo is being played by a buddy of mine, Chris. He's an incubus, fourth. He's gonna summon Bailers on his off days. Now sit around summoning demons to guard his house when he's doing that. Hope he doesn't get into binding. I don't know. Don't tell him that if you ever see him. But this is my world. My players do it all the time. It's a thin line. I mean, he wants to play the most charismatic character, so that I guess it's that way. But it is bothering. It's not playing the game. Well, I guess it is playing the game. You're trying to play the system, I guess, but it's not really playing the game the way it's intended to be. So, in that aspect, you know, Dungeons and Dragons is a game that not a lot of people really play, and there's a lot of mystique about it, and people can take a lot of things personally and whatever, and yada yada yada, and people have things to prove and want to try to beat the system. I'm not into it either, but people do it, and I don't like it. And you know, as long as it doesn't ruin from the fun, I guess it's okay. But it happens all the time. I mean, how many campaigns have you heard about that stop because the player character just got too powerful? And at higher levels, it's more work for the GM. There's no doubt about it. Um, but that's how I feel about it. Like, I'm not into it, and it happens a lot. And it's in 3.5. Um, and I don't know, like, it's there, and uh, you know, Pazuzu, like stuff like that. And the Incubus, it's available in Savage Species, and they can summon stuff, and it's a pain in the ass. But it is what it is. I guess it really comes down to balance in the game, and you can adjust. Like, it's a lot easier to adjust a homebrew game to an overpowered character than even someone who's trying to beat the system and whatever. And you can always think of ways to make those things backfire. And it doesn't always have to be a good thing. Like, so. Um, Perhaps, like in my campaign, I was thinking perhaps if you keep summoning like Bailers or whatever, whatever, maybe it's Orcus, and he is sick of giving his Bailers to Mount of Malkethnet, one of her incubuses. I there's a lot of different ways about it, but people do play that in way, and it's not good. They're not power players. They are trying to break the system. One buddy of mine in particular comes into mind when he would overthink the game and try to get into like um, exacts about measurements and feet, and you know like coming at odd intervals in between five, like really like shooting weapons like 7.5 like feet, trying to move odd numbers of feet and stuff like that. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a rule in if you start to get into epic level, there's a rule, I believe, in deities and demigods, that says that if they take 20 levels of one class, they get a divine rank of 0, I think it is. You might have to quote me on that. But it might. I mean, please don't quote me on that. But I believe it's there. I believe that in deities and demigods that there's a rule that says if they take 20 levels of one class, they get a divine rank of 0. Now, I don't know if that meant that if they get 20 reach 20th level to get the Ryan rank 0, or if that's not intended to correspond with Epic Level Handbook or whatever, which I would have liked to see them update to 3.5. I know they put their rat at, I'm sure you're aware. But anyway. And I never saw you on Wizards community there. I'm blackbarnz on Wizards community if you want to hit me up. blackbarnz, Pazio, Pathfinder Society. Haven't really got into that yet. So I do like Pathfinder, but my players feel it's not robust enough. Peace.